back in the countryside and I'm about to make some roast beef wraps. All right, to make the flatbreads, to a bowl, we're gonna add some skyr and some flour. We're also gonna add some baking powder, salt, and some olive oil. Now we're just gonna bring this all together. You could use a stand mixer, your hands, a fork, or like I'm using, this handy dandy hand mixer. So, we're going in and doing it the old fashioned way. Once you've got it all together here, we put it out onto the table and we're just gonna keep kneading in here for about 5 minutes or so. And we're just gonna let it rest on the countertop for anywhere between 1 to 5 hours. All that's gonna do is let it relax, hydrate the flour, and it's gonna make it a lot easier to roll out. I would highly advise, do not skip this step because you're gonna have a hell of a time rolling this out if you try to do it straight away. Let's whip up a quick horseradish mayonnaise. Egg in the container. A splash of vinegar, a little shot of mustard, a little sprinkle of salt, a little bit of lemon powder, because I don't have any fresh lemon on hand, a couple of big heaping teaspoons of some prepared horseradish, and then some neutral oil of your choice. I'm using peanut oil. Measuring blender goes in, and we emulsify. And when you're happy with the consistency and taste of your mayonnaise, you want to set it aside till you're ready to use it. If you want it thicker, add a little bit more oil. If you want it thinner, add a splash of water. So I got some beef here, put some salt on it, taken most of the silver skin off it, and it's been sitting in the fridge for the last couple of hours. Now, because I've already salted it, all we're going to do at this point is slather some mustard on. You don't want a thick layer of mustard, just a little thin layer like that. Got the smoker, we're going to put the meat on, right on the top rack. This bit's going to overcook, but it's going to be all right. So we'll just bunch up the roast a little bit. Because it's going to be a slow cook, we're going to put the roast on, then we're going to turn the smoker on. Make sure you catch all that good startup smoke. When it reaches your desired temperature, you take it off the grill. This is mine. And just tent it with a bit of foil and let it rest. No self-respecting beef sandwich or wrap is any good without some caramelized onions. So go ahead and thinly slice some up. Now go ahead and start cooking them down in a generous amount of butter. When your onions look a little something like that, give it a shot of balsamic cream. All right, once you're giving your dough a nice long rest, you want to roll it out into a nice, even circle. Try and get it as round as possible. If yours is perfectly round, I'm very worried. Then go ahead and melt down a little bit of butter, some pork fat, but if you just got butter, just use that. Then go ahead and lay down your flatbread right in the middle. All right, shouldn't take too long. When it's cooked on one side, give it a flip, cook it on the other. All right, when it's cooked on the other side, remove it to a plate and cover it with a cloth till you're ready to use. All right, it's time to assemble this bad boy. We'll go down with a hefty smear of the mayonnaise and a nice layer of your caramelized onions. And then a hefty amount of meat. Then give it a little sprinkle of salt. Go in with some cherry tomatoes and a little bit of capsicum. Finish it off with another little sprinkle of salt. And then we'll try and wrap this behemoth up. Now it's time to eat this thing. Usually my barbecue and smoker videos flop, but I have no idea why, because this wrap is absolutely amazing.